Welcome to Buddhaland podcast. I'm Stacy. Today I'm joined by Dr. Buathon Thienarrom, wellness practitioner and the founder of Sukkasart Institute of Healing Arts in Thailand. She has extensive knowledge in alternative medicine, Taoist practices, Tibetan medicine, and mind training. Her journey is to find a way to integrate the body, mind, and spirit. Thank you for joining us today, Dr. B. It is truly a pleasure to have you here.
สวัสดีค่ะ Thank you for your kind invitation to join this podcast of Buddhaland.
To begin, I would love to understand the person behind the practice. So I find it very interesting that your academic background spans nursing, psychology, and health sociology. And then you moved beyond conventional medicine into the so-called alternative medicine and contemplative traditions. I wonder what shifted your direction and set you on that path.
Okay, this is a very good journey. As life is a journey, I practice meditation since 8 years old. I always have something to wonder about power of the mind. And I said to myself that I want to live healthy and happy. So to live healthy, I come from education's family's background. So most of us are educators. And then I actually shift from the family to study nursing. So then at least I can look after myself and can look after the families. Through that, so I know and understand about the physical body, a little bit of the mind. I know the interconnecting between the body and the mind. But then I also have an inspiration from the practice of meditation that I know the mind has a power. You know, if you really train the mind, then the mind has a power. And then I've been searching and looking for this kind of to understand. So through the meditation practice, I met many masters. I really practiced until I graduated as nursing and my master degree in counseling psychology, and also practice in the hospital. I noticed that if we are able to slow down the breath, the minds calm down, all the tensions like worry or panic attack, it can be controlled. It can be managed. I go through 3 years of study coursework and do the dissertation on HIV, pregnancy women. So I understand a lot what is going through their own mind during their pregnancy and how really, influence their health condition. So then I thought, there could be a very strong connection of the body and the mind, but no one have really fully explained it. Then I look at Buddhist psychology. Originally, I want to study Buddhist psychology, but there are quite restricted resources in Thailand. So I studied psychology in general to understand Western psychology and try to understand different theory like Gestalt therapy, which is now part of family constellations, and other technique like we call transactional analysis to understand the ego stage of the mind, how to communicate. And through that, I've been, using this, apply this into daily life. But there is something missing. There always a missing link that is not complete. So that is actually made me try to search for more information. And through that, I studied Taoist practice with a master in Chiang Mai, where from a physical body to have a good health, to understand the mind, and then to understand the energy. Like in modern terms, we say the feng shui or the surrounding around us, like, all the elements and how to work with energy, how to feel chi in the body. To me, it's really fascinating. Since I start working at Chivasom, then I noticed that different nationalities that I have to do consultation for them, they have different belief. And from their belief, it's become also their health condition as well. So then make me study health sociology, try to understand people from different regions. I feel really amazing to able to understand all these perspective for each person on their physical, mental, spiritual, sociology, well-being for them. And through that, I think there is something that is hidden behind the scene that made me study Tibetan medicine. Because Tibetan, then we're talking about nature of the illness. The three major poison for us is greed, which is attachment, lopa in Sanskrit, and also moha, which is ignorant. That is the illusion. Another one is aversion, which is anger, frustration. That is a poison of the heat. That is with the heat and the wind can affect the cardiovascular system. With heart disease, high blood pressure, I think we are boiling right now in the society, and then that really affect the health condition. So when I was studying the Taoist practice about 20 years back, I want to, ideally, I want to live immortal. So when they say to be able to live immortal, then the organs in the body must function well. So we should not hold too much of hatred, unhappiness, frustration. So then I learned the technique to overcome that by releasing the tension in the organs, because somehow as our representation of the energy is on physical energy, mental energy, spiritual energy, you can feel that we are a complex of energy. And this energy also communicate. And through this communication, then sometime before I meet somebody, before we even start talking, we already feel the energy. And sometimes you just feel like at the end of the day, you feel frustration without any reason because you've been absorbing that kind of energy. So that is a good to understand what's happening with my own physical well-being, mental, spiritual, and how that I interact to the we say social community, and then it become a social well-being.
It's such a profound journey, and it seems to be a continuous search on your part, because you see identify problems, and then you were really searching answers and how to resolve these problems that you observe, and you also want to help others. So ZenNaiTai approach, this is your creation of holistic healing. Before we go deeper into the practice itself, could you help us understand what holistic well-being actually means? Because now we hear holistic wellness, well-being very often. And what are some of the most common misconceptions you encounter?
Okay, wellness is like you come with one conditions and we are able to kill it. That is wellness. You move from there to kill it. Well-being is more like a lifestyle where you walk from this one and maintain. Even though the condition has killed, then you still have to maintain overall well-being. And this well-being can be from physical well-being, emotional or mental well-being, spiritual well-being, and social well-being. There are different elements of that is the well-being. Also, from this well-being, then people talking about lifestyle well-being. That will be ongoing long life practice for a lifestyle. For holistic, we work on at least 3 dimensions of physical body, mental body, and spiritual body. So this is a kind of journey that practitioner and the clients walk together and be able to transform. So we are not working like, okay, ZenNaiTai, if I just work only the massage, the symptom was gone, then it's not a holistic. It also have to work at the level of to look at what are you holding inside and able to release it. And then from there you maintain and able to, we call shift or, move on to the next level of tranquility. So the misconception now is people look at all alternative medicine become holistic. It's not. All alternative medicine is alternative to conventional. But holistic well-being is actually complementary to conventional medicine as integrative medicine. So this is very important for us to able to define. But of course, there is mainstream and there are alternative. Some people who doesn't like mainstream then go to alternative. But alternative, it could be a well-being, holistic or not. It have to be at least cover the 3 elements of physical body, mental, and spiritual.
I see. So holistic well-being is not confined in the alternative medicine. It can sit in between, or it can sit in either mainstream medicine
Mainstream
or
medicine.
alternative medicine.
Yes.
That's Yeah, that really reframes how most of us think about wellness and well-being and healing.
Yes.
So ZenNaiTai, as you mentioned, integrates different levels of practices, our body, our mind, and the spiritual aspect. And there's also breath work and healing sound into a single approach. That's a real synthesis that you created.
If you look at the body as a container vessel, we are holding too much, especially the lower abdomen. We are holding too much, or we just observe the day that we have too much going on. At the end of the day, generally we feel bloated. When you feel bloated, and of course the head become a little bit cloudy. So this is there are some interconnection. So through the process of developing ZenNaiTai, which is I actually apply it from the internal organs massage where I learned in the Taoist practice tradition. So I know that the head is very important. Like in the past, when we go to the spa or massage, we start with the feet because the old time we're walking a lot. So we need a foot massage to release the tension. But now we walk less, especially this time we walk less than that we think. So it's about time that we start with the head, calm down the head first, able to relax and letting go, then working with the chest, open up the chest, especially the rib cage where if you find it difficult to breathe because if you feel the soft tissue between the rib cage, there are tension there. And then when it tension, when you're able to breathe or you practice the breathing, you're not able to expand the chest cavity. When the chest cavity not able to expand, of course, there is tension on the neck and on the shoulder. One that able to release, you are able to breathe in, feel the air into the system. Then, of course, the rest of the air press down the diaphragm, then it go down to abdomen. So then either the abdomen have too much gas, then it push up the diaphragm, then you have tension on the shoulder, or you have not able to breathe, then there is no, we call oxygen exchange into the vessel or the container. So inside is like a bathrobe, which is no space. When it's no space, you cannot put in the new clothes, and you also it feel it very hard until you are able to release the old stuff. Then you can feel more space. When you feel more space, then you feel lightness within the body. So that is the from the journey of nursing, psychology, health sociology, with the influence of Taoist and Tibetan medicine, then I developed the ZenNaiTai, which is to help open up the chi in the body. So then to do this work, to be able to open up, of course, it's allow the chi to flow better and also the mind to be peaceful because we are able to clear the energy of the emotions that to release it. So that is all about ZenNaiTai.
How do you know when a body, a mind, or a person is genuinely healing rather than simply feeling relaxed?
They can feel when people feel relaxed. Sometimes they still feel heaviness in the body in terms of sensation. But then when they feel shifting, they feel lighter. It's like you meditate and you feel the change within the body where the four basic elements of earth, water, fire, and air is become one. Then you feel you have a sensation of lightness within. Yes. It's a kind of shifting from one state to another. Or we say it transforms your inner landscape of well-being. That's the term.
So, also, I find it very insightful that you observed that as a person living in the contemporary world, sometimes we're holding too much, like our body is taking too much
Yes.
thoughts and emotions. Maybe sometimes we're not even aware of that. So I guess by this lightness, what you're really saying is we feel that we can release these different thoughts and emotions and energy. Is it correct?
Okay, let me explain that. There's a day that we feel a little bit happiness in the body, or you have a foggy head, or cloudy head. Okay. There's a day when you wake up, you feel mental clarity, you feel clear. So when you feel clear, it means you are in the state of your own self. It's like if the body, like a company, you have liver department, you have kidneys department, you have all the department in control. When each department are not function good, like in the night you go 3 times to the washroom, so there's something not right. Yeah, something need to observe or need to pay attention. So that is then you don't feel that all the cells in the body function together. So that is means something either energy was leaking or excess energy. This will be easier for somebody who are not drink coffee. So when you get up in the morning, observe yourself before you have a cup of coffee. Then you will notice what are you up to today. Yes.
That's a good tip. I think now in Hong Kong it's very humid, and sometimes I sleep a little bit late. Sometimes I can sleep early, as I really want to do. So every morning I actually observe how I feel. Like when I have lightness in my head and I feel clarity and I actually feel so happy. I feel, wow, today is a good day. I'm going to be able to do so much. But on some days, maybe I slept too late the night before, I actually can see that, okay, today is going to be a slow day. All these different levels of wellness really affect our day-to-day life.
Yes. Well, at this moment, if you observe, because I teach online every week, there is always a questions. Last night I get headaches and this and that. First, you have to observe where are you based. Like I'm travels every month. So now I'm on the island. So first week on the island, super hot, boiling from inside. So I have to keep yourself releasing the heat out of the body. There's technique. You can, if you feel boiling inside, you just take a deep breath, release the sound, gentle ha sound, release the heat out from the heart. And actually try to don't get disappointed or not happy. Just make yourself mellow down to any situations. Be happy. Be happy. Like you're on a holiday mode. Okay. But then when you feel like, oh, today you're not 100%, you feel the energies that, supposed to drive the day is not there 100%, maybe 70%, then take it easy. And as long as the body, I would say, if you can, you meditate, and then the system will cool down. Okay. In the morning, when you get up, you take a shower to feel the heat. If it's overheated, it's too much heat, of course, you feel tired. It's like burnout tired. So you feel tired, you release the heat out. Of course, if you do 30 times of ha sound, the heat will be cooled down. When you cool down, then you observe, then your body feel lighter. When the body feel lighter, you can feel like the system cool down, then you have energy to move forward. And from there, there is 2 ways to look at. If you are very low in energy, then you just breathe in, cool down yourself. If you feel you have too much energy but feel restless,
That also happens.
you can do hiking if you have energy. If not, then in the morning, I have a group who do a practice of chanting. Chanting is actually, yes, we can take it in a very spiritual way. We can take it in also just vibrational way for healings, because all in the process of expression, the sound's expression. And then if you are able to do it proper, it's actually create a vibration in the body through the chanting. And also it help you to have your focus when you chant for a certain time. And then it help you for neural wiring, because then you really start to relax. It relax your vagus nerve if you do it proper. And then I actually have a group that we practice every week. And also we have a group who want to practice every day to get through the experience for 1 week in consecutive. Then we notice that we are able to express better. When you are able to express better without raising your voice, this is more important. Then you learn how to work with your emotions. We have 3 levels of the expression of here. When we say good morning, no one there to say anything. It's everyone as courtesy to say good morning. But we say good morning, then of course people want to talk to you. This is from the heart. When you say good morning, okay, we're gonna start meeting soon. Please listen. This is the same sentence, same word, same quote, but the expression is different. So through that deep dive chanting that we do, it's actually slowly people get to know to express and synchronize the word and the tone according to their mental setting.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm just trying to imagine what a session would look like with you, like a one-on-one session. I can imagine it's going to be a very personalized journey. Maybe they already have specific problems, and then you help them to identify that, and then have all your toolbox and to help your patient or clients to really reflect and also work with them on the physical, mental, and spiritual level. Yeah, it's a very complex but multi-layered and meaningful session.
Yes, yes. And after the client has been transformed, trans to another form, transform, then at least they feel the difference and then they actually maintain and try to, I would say, hold the higher vibrations, which is the high vibrations of love and compassion.
Yeah, and it sounds like a process of discovering oneself. It's solving some problems, but at the same time, it is really listening to your inner voice and purify the defilements or the worries or troubles, and to really live yourself.
Yes, I would say, since I teach many students also online to practice this, I noticed that the tone of the resonance of this expression will improve, and also they find themselves more grounded. And also the important is the inner strength is improving.
Yeah, you have worked with a wide range of people, including many in the public eye, and you have taught at luxury resorts like Aman, Six Senses, Manu Oriental, all these big names. And what does that experience tell you about stress, well-being, and what people are truly searching for beneath the surface of a successful life?
I put it this way: everyone have something to learn and to overcome that challenge. Of course, we are not satisfied of what we have. That's why we are suffering.
That's a problem of humans.
So when you go up to that level, you want to go to another level. You want to go to another level. So we put expectation to our own life and we make ourselves suffer. But, and this is my own conclusion, if that suffer for you, for your own, it will be more sufferings. But if that suffering is for others, like compassion, like Bodhisattva idea, so it will be different. You have different perspective, you have different expectation, and then the motivation and determination to move forward is very important. So, everyone's have something to learn for this lifetime. So you have stress, it doesn't mean you are the only one have stress. Everyone have it, but from different levels.
Yes. And also, I wonder because you have worked with so many people, in your experience, where do most people's difficulties originate? Is it that our physical body holds the mind's unresolved tensions, or is it the other way around?
Well, in general, in the past 10 years, people come to me with physical complaints, have difficult pain condition, neck pain, like they see many doctors and no one can really solve their problems. And when I'm start working on their belly, they look at me, I have pain here. Why you work on the belly? I said, this is the core. The belly is the core to release the tension. But now I see that more and more people come to me. I was saying the clients are more educated. Like some of them are medical doctors and professor, and but they are more working with the mind. They want to be more focused. Sometimes they're lacking of focus. They want fulfillment in their own life. they are super stressful, so they just have to learn to unwind it. And with these people, they are quite, I would say they're quite smart,
Maybe too intelligent.
really helping them. Yeah, it really solves the problems.
We have talked about this with other guests on our podcast. Sometimes being too intelligent or the tendency to intellectualize everything really become an obstacle. Yeah. And it seems that no matter the background or status, the human need for fulfillment and happiness is universal. And now I would like to bring in your own cultural roots here. Thailand has a rich tradition of wellness practices. And even today, like massage or aromatherapy are major industries there. How much of your work is rooted in your own cultural heritage? And how do you carry that into an international context?
Okay, this is very interesting, and I would like to share that. You know, in European culture, people like to hug. But in Thailand itself, we are not hugging, but we give massage. Like the young kids who give massage to the elder, it's like a touch therapy. That is in their family cultures that we do.
That's sweet.
Massaging, and it's simple. I think in general, all Thai people, they know how to do massage. Even they don't need to learn. By touching, they know the tension in the body. And actually, I start massage people without studying because I know how to feel and the touch. And then from there, then I, try to understand it more into the principle of it. Because with Thailand context, with touching massage, also with meditation, since I start in my age, I start meditation since 8 years old. And then we go to the temple, we practice meditation, we practice breathing, and all these. Also in terms of food, we have a food according to the season, like winters to come, what kind of food you should have, and all these things. If you really understand that in Thailand, there are 4 continents: northern part, northeast, central, and southern part. Actually, the climate is slightly different. So each continent have their own way on how to look after their health and well-being. And that is actually integrated into cultural and mental concept. We all know that the people in the north are very soft and gentle. People in the south are a little bit stronger than the north. And in central Thailand is a bit more balanced. So through the different cultures and belief and the context is actually integrate more to welcome international clients better. Because we see from cold climate, we see from dry season, we see from very heated climate. And that not only a Buddhist culture that integrate into wellness, it's also in the southern part of Thailand, they also have a little bit of influence of Muslim as well in terms of the way of living, which is also very interesting. The practice and that belief. And I would say at the end of the day, it's about we actually we say the Thailand is the land of smile. So that is actually it's help us to take things a bit easier than and we laugh to it. And then when you laugh to it, it's easy to cultivate happiness in the daily life. That is also part of the culture that we present for our international context and through that well-being as well. Actually, the well-being of the mind.
Yeah, that's very beautiful. So basically, your Thai heritage is a lifestyle, is an attitude to the life and also the world around us. It's basically in your DNA, how you approach this world and your work. That's really beautiful. Yeah, you mentioned Buddhism. Of course, at the heart of the tradition, Buddhism is very important. And I also find that Buddhism is clearly a significant influence in your work as well. How does Buddhism inform what you do, your practice of healing, and also in your own life?
Okay. I try to understand Buddhism from my Western psychology training to understand the context of it until I reached there to understand the Tibetan medicine, which is actually considered Buddhist medicine. that is from the three poison of the mind, then affect our health conditions. So through that, I can see that when people have these kind patterns of mind, it could affect their health condition. Through my practice now, we have a group of sound healer that I teach them. I'm a singing bowl teacher where we teach them how to use the bowl as a vibration to actually cleanse the energy of the body, also to help them transform the mind as well. We work at the healing level rather on the sound bath. And with the group of students that practice the sound healing together, we actually have a good intention to present the sacred bells in a sacred site of Buddhism, especially we start from Buddha birthplace in Lumpini and to Buddha, a sacred site in India, Nepal, and also more in Indian subcontinent, in Tibetan Autonomous Area, Golden Triangle, and also Greater Mekong region. We are a group that believe in the vibrations. And then if we create a good cause of vibration with the bell, which is very sacred energy, where you ring the bells and you create peaceful vibration in yourself. And then that should bring also a peace vibration to the world. We try our best. Okay, peace vibration to the world. We try our best to create that kind of energy and vibrations. So with that, we come to the process that we are going to complete 108 bells, which is probably by early next year. Now we're working on sacred pagodas in Thailand, that where we offer the bell to vibrate this positive vibration to the world.
So with your students, you're not only teaching them, but you're also working on different projects to translate your vision and the energy you want to see into the tangible world.
Yes. Yes.
That's very beautiful. Beyond Buddhism, you have drawn from Taoist practices and Tibetan medicine and other ancient traditions. Also, you mentioned the Muslim culture in Thailand.
Yes.
Which of this shaped you most deeply, and what does each one bring that others do not?
There is no exact answer in this one, but I would say.
Yeah, it's a big question, I know.
Yeah, now we are, as we all know, we are in the age of the energies. We are in the early era of the energies where people feel vibrations, where people practice. I think if we look at the Buddha concept, we have Buddha of the past, compassion. We have now currently we work on wisdom Buddha. Then next we work on Maitreya Buddha. We understand that all the illness are rooted from the mind. So any tools that you can use to calm the mind, then that will be very helpful. And from there, so based on the context, to be able to use that context to really as a tool to work with the mind, that will be the best option for everyone. I also teach Muslim how to do chanting. We'll start with Om Mani Padme Hum.
Oh, they're open to this.
Yeah, at the sound, we're just taking this as a sound to activate the energy vibrations in the body. And after that, they are able to, as we know, Om is a primordial sound that represents body, speech, and mind. And then through the sound vibration, then slowly that person able to integrate to their own chanting in Muslim culture, like Om la la la. So I think that is the best integration. Important is to understand the benefit of it. And from there, once they understand, they are able to, I would say, integrate. I don't say modify, but integrate into their cultures. I think that is the most important, where they are able to pick up. Because if you look at it, our body, we have the same body from different even religion contexts. Either you have 10 meridians, 12 meridians, or 8 meridians is in the same in the body. So it depends how people choose and able to address what is in their context and their belief. Because the belief in their context and the power of the mind is important for healings.
Yes, I think this openness is the beginning of healing. And also, I think it's true that today less and less people, especially young people, want to affiliate themselves with a specific religion. They would prefer to say that they're spiritual, but not
Correct.
religious. And also, they want to find something that is relevant to their existence, not just some lofty teachings. So I do see that your approach will attract more and more young people to understand themselves, to become a better person, and also as a field of cultural exchange and mutual understanding. I think it is very meaningful.
Yes, this is important because I can see from my own self and others, people can do some certain practice for a while. Then the energy was full. Then they move up to the next practice. And then from there, they move up to the next practice. And this is depends on their path, what they're looking for. So at the end, universal is one. So whatever relevant to them, and they can apply to their practice to be able to fulfill their overall well-being, physical, mental, spiritual, and social well-being. I think that is the best because the world become more global and people can connect and see what is resonant to themselves.
Yeah, that's wonderful. For people who are interested to get in touch with you or maybe participate in your different just study groups, how should they find you?
They can just email me, Bhutan, my name at drbhutan.com.
Okay, great. We will also link your website in our social posts. For someone
Mhm.
who cannot access a practitioner like yourself, what are 2 or 3 things they could begin doing today to genuinely support their well-being?
Okay, I mentioned some part already in this conversation, but I will gonna put it into structure. First of all, try to sit upright. Okay, how to sit upright? If you tell yourself to sit upright, maybe not easy. Just connect to your tailbone and sit on the tailbone. When you sit on the tailbone, automatically you feel the encounter of the energy that you have to sit upright. Because when you put all the weight into the tailbone, the body have to be up to be able to balance yourself. And from there, then you connect from the tailbone to the first lumbar spine that connect to the tailbone. Then you sway the body left and right. Imagine that you are a tree and your tailbone is the root of the tree. Your body is body of the tree, where your crown is the tips of the tree. Then imagine the winds blow. The winds will blow the body of the tree, and then your body sway gently, and you feel from the tailbone, the spine, the spinal cord start to move, start loosen up. So you can move from one spine to the other, slowly come up one by one. When that one move, then slowly come up to the next cervical spine. When it come up to cervical spine, slowly come up to the crown. Then you feel that the whole body, which spine is the key part, important part, main pillar of the body. So it's moved. Then you can close your eyes and let the body relax. And this allow you to put your focus on the movement of the body. Feel the movement of the body. And also observe when the energy is going up to your crown, you might feel a little sensation up to the crown. Yes. At least it help you to calm your mind down. Your mind not keep wandering and then it keep the focus. You can do this maybe 3 to 5 rounds, which is mean start from the tailbone again. The second round will be much maybe easier to feel and connect. And the third round, fourth round, and fifth round. So you feel easier and then allow yourself to focus within yourself. This is the simple practice of concentration.
Well, I already feel the magic in my body. I can even breathe better.
Yes, yes. And actually, this one is a pre-meditation practice to be able to calm your mind down, focus, and we say grounding, concentration, centering yourself.
That's great.
So when you feel your head a little bit cloudy in the morning, you keep doing this and you feel, oh, my head getting lighter. That is, you already transform yourself in the morning before a cup of coffee.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
better than coffee.
Yes. Okay. The second technique is before you do that, you just put your hand in front of your mouth, take a deep breath, release the sound. Repeat it 3 times. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel the heat that's coming out. Okay. As we mentioned that now you can bring your hands down. I mentioned that there is 3 minds: thinking, feeling, and the subtle mind, emotional storage. Of course, we want to connect to emotional storage, release the tension out in the morning. So you just take a deep breath, then release the sound om. So breathe in, hold, release, oh, breathe, release, oh. Repeat this 8 times. After 8 times, we do a little shortcut. After 8 times, you breathe in, you count 1 to 2. Exhale, om, you count 1 to 8. Okay, breathe in, 1, 2, hold, 1, 2, exhale, om, 1 to 8. Breathe, 1, 2, hold, 1, 2, exhale, 1 to 8. Breathe. 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 Okay. Feel your sensation on your fingers and your body. You feel lightness sensation in the body? Yes. And then check your heat. Take a deep breath. Release yourself. Breathe. Breathe. Yes. Feel cooler?
Yes, indeed.
Yes. The breathing 2-8 is actually good for us, especially who are living in Hong Kong, Singapore, that with tension, because this is the way to release the tension that in the body. You breathe in and hold and connect and release. Mostly we breathe in long, we exhale short. So this is the other way around to release what we are holding. And after that, you do for a while, you feel the sensation like a chi flow on your body.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing all this valuable wisdom for
With
us.
pleasure.
Yeah, I think these are very simple, but immediately you see the effect.
Yes. In this day, we need something simple practice and feel the result orientation.
Yes. Yeah, people are very results orientated these days, and we have less and less patience. Thank you for your compassion.
With pleasure. At least you practice the first step and then you will feel like you want to practice more, then you go to a proper practice.
Thank you so much, Dr. B. This conversation has been deeply nourishing, and I know our listeners will feel the same. Thank you for listening to Buddhaland podcast. Wherever you are, we're grateful that you showed up. Until next time.